All right, I think we are ready to go, guys. Hello, one, two, three. Hey, this is Ryan of Happy, Healthy Vegan, trying out a new way of doing live stream. So let's see if I am successful here. So let's see. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? I see I got produce. Now, Pills, you're first. Peter, Johnny Bravo, Alan. So let me know. Cool. Says nice. So let me know. I don't look like I'm in a filter. That happened last time. That was my bad. That's what happens for getting a camera and trying to go live with it on the very same day. So let me know. Can you guys see and hear me? I'm hoping so. Everything's new today here. There's so much different stuff going on. Yes, you can see me. And can you hear me too? All right, guys? Let me know how that's coming along. If you can see and hear me here. All right, cool. Also, everything's new. Hey, Gil Films, I got a moderator today for a bit. Awesome. Stay as long as you can here. Yeah, I'm trying new lighting. I have a camera that can really shoot in this kind of low lighting for once, because I wanted to make some more moody videos in here. Not only for you guys, but for our band playing live music videos. So I finally got one where it can look kind of moody, because my old camera just had to light it like the gods were, being lit or something like that. Let's see, you're not digging the blue? I'm not sure what the blue... Oh, it's the blues behind me. So I'm being lit by a white light. The blues to make it look more moody in the back there. Also, too, I'm streaming for the first time on Streamlabs, the thing that Vegan Gains uses. And I've never done that before. I just did a few quick tests of it a little while ago. So I'm not sure how that all works out. We'll find out. But yeah, I had technical issues with it before. I had basically just went and just uninstalled it out of my computer. I wish Streamlabs OBS had a uninstall in their installer. I had to just go and manually find all their various files that were hidden around my computer system. So I got rid of them all, installed it again, and bam, you can see my webcams now. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty excited here. Everything is so cool. I should go on YouNow. Are they still around? I used to go on YouNow back before YouTube had live streaming. So yeah, this is cool. I can stream at night here in the dark, get it all moody and stuff like that. So awesome. Cool. Yeah, not sure how this all works out, but with the new camera and with streaming through Streamlabs OBS instead, I'm not sure how it all works out, but we'll find out on the course of this live stream. That's why the reason I come on to see you guys and test this out all at the same time. Type. Are you asking what camera I got here? I want to say I'm not sponsored or anything, but Blackmagic reached out to me to do like a long-term loan on their Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K camera. I chose the 4K because I have lenses that work with it. I was already using Panasonic lenses, so I thought I'd check it out. I'm the kind of guy who's always willing to check out new gear. So I think they're trying to get creators to use it, because already filmmakers know that this stuff's really good. And it also works pretty well for creators who have a little bit more technical inclination. Not to say I'm a hardcore filmmaker, techie, or anything like that, but I know a little bit about cameras and video and stuff like that. So yeah, they reached out to me to check it out. I think I'll have it at least for maybe 3-4 months, something like that. Maybe longer. Maybe I'll just keep it forever. We'll see what happens. So anyway, hey guys, thank you. Thanks for joining here. Everyone, thank you. So let's see. What's cool now too is I can look straight forward at you guys, and look just off to the side, and there's all the comments right there, which is really cool. So anyway, let's see. You guys have some questions here. Looks 1 million times better. Yeah, it looks way more interesting, huh? Especially at nighttime. Why light up a room at night? When you can have it all kind of moody and dark and stuff like that. Let's see, Michael, was it you or someone asked me last time what I thought of the Trader Joe's vegan mac and cheese? I haven't been to Trader Joe's since lockdown or whatever this thing's called. I haven't been. I've just been either going to Whole Foods, farmers markets, or getting stuff from Sprouts via Instacart. Anyway, cool. The Cope boys are with you there. Awesome. Cool, Sean. Good to see you. Do I prefer raw or cooked veggies? Depends what we're talking about. You know, I mean, give me an example of what versus what. Yeah, I thought this true character would have more vegan zombie vibe. You know, being more laid back in the kind of darkness here and stuff. I just need some more horror props or something behind me. But you know, yeah, it's a little more like Chris than like, you know, just how I've typically been doing these things in super bright lights. Anyways, oh, thanks Shafi, thank you. Do a eggplant. Yeah, Angie has a few dishes that she makes with eggplant. It's one of her favorite veggies to use. I'm pretty sure there's an eggplant recipe in her upcoming book. I'll have to ask her that. But yeah, we don't have it all the time. Maybe like once every week or two or something like that. Ah, hey, David Block, thank you for the first super chat tip of the day here. Ooh, I think something happened there. Let's see. I heard the little, did you guys hear the little ring there? I think this is, see, this is all my first time here. This is through, oh, there it is, through super chat. And let me paste the link. Oh man, let me see how I'm gonna do this. I tell you, it's my first time using Streamlabs here. Let me send the link over to you guys here. Oops. I just put the link to our Streamlabs there. That's another place where you can make a where to go. Let's see. Ooh, my bad here. That's another place where you can leave a super chat tip, but they don't I was gonna say they don't take they don't take a cut like YouTube does. So if you want to leave us a super chat tip, that'd be cool. Who wants to be our first person to do a Streamlabs? I think this is how Vegan Gains does it, the donation thing on Streamlabs. It's another way to like get a comment in my face. One of you guys could be the first person to try this out, because I don't even know if it even really works yet. So thanks David Block though for the first super chat tip there. And if anyone wants to try to leave it on Streamlabs, if you guys ever go on Vegan Gains' live streams and left a tip for him, I think that's how he exclusively does it. I don't even think he enables super chat anymore. But if anyone wants to try it out, you could be the first person to ever do it on our channel, and it helped me out too, just to see how it works. So this is all new to me. Okay, you're doing a test. I hope it's not something that you should be focused on rather than my blathering on here. What type of quinoa do I buy? Like, oh, I didn't know there's different types of quinoa, Bambi. Like what are the different types you're talking about there? Peter, yeah, that's true for him, but he was able to get airlifted to a hospital, spend 4 days there, receiving oxygen and all sorts of weird drugs. And, yeah, if you have the best healthcare that, a person can get, and it's all free too, yeah, it's, socialism for the rich. But yeah, most of us can't really do all of that really, huh? Oh, okay. Cool. Autumn. I'm glad you are liking, is it Autumn or Autumn? Bro, liking the new setup. Yeah, everything is totally new here. So anyway, I finally got around to making a video today. That will be out tomorrow. I just finished editing it. I've been working hard today. I've been working hard every day. I've literally spent the past 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, spending a crazy amount of hours learning how to get this new camera working. And it's, it just doesn't like take like your iPhones and whatever, your Androids, they take nice images right off the bat. They're really user friendly. This one is a little more tweaking involved. You got to know more about photography to get things right. So it's been a while to, it's been taking a while to make images look good. Let's see. So what are the options you're getting there for quinoa? I mean, I probably like them all. I've never really been served a quinoa where it's like, ugh, that's no good. I didn't like that one. So anyway, paste a link there. So anyway, guys, the new documentary with Woody Harrelson. Which one are you referring to there, Peter? I probably haven't yet, especially if it's on Netflix. I'm currently without Netflix. That will probably change in the not so distant future. Oh, cool. Thanks, Shafi. Am I pronouncing your name right there? Ooh, I heard a ding there. Let's see what that ding is. Well, it would be our first tip through Streamlabs. Let's see. I'm curious. Oh, Produce Not Pills. Let's see. Donated $5. That sounds. Did that Produce? Thank you so much. And did that go through Streamlabs? Because I didn't see the I didn't see that going on YouTube there. Ooh, another one here. Ooh, I gotta figure out how this works. Hang on one second, guys. I'm still figuring this all out, man. Seriously, it's like been so much new stuff for me here. Let's see. Oh, David Block. Was that what I just saw there? Sorry if I. Thanks, Produce Not Pills. Thank you. I'm trying to find the comments here on Streamlabs. I thought they would appear like right here. What was that you asked again, Produce? I'm going to find it. I'm sorry, it's my first time here. So you guys are helping me troubleshoot this here. Oh, I think I see where it's at here. Produce, here's your question. Any recipes or meals I loved from my raw days? Are there any restaurants in our area? Yeah, there's a great raw restaurant. There's very few raw restaurants, actually, but there's a great one here in Long Beach. It's called Under the Sun. And it's one of our favorite. It's Angie's yoga teacher. She was my yoga teacher for a long time too. Under the Sun, and here in Long Beach. So yeah, if you're and John from OK Raw, hardcore raw guy, he's giving it the thumbs up. He loves it. At least he has. I don't know if he still comes anymore. But yeah, favorite foods from back in the day. Let me think. I mean, I'm still drinking my smoothie, obviously. Angie has a few raw recipes in the next book. She's working on the fruit burrito, which we ate back in our raw days, but didn't make it into Keep It Carb Baby. Let me think. Let me really think. Any favorite raw things? Nothing's really coming to mind, to be honest with you. Like things I mean, the thing is, since I eat raw food all the time. I just don't make the distinction like it only has to be raw or only has to be cooked. I mean, I'm eating raw fruit and nuts and seeds all day. But you're probably thinking of like a gourmet dish or something like that. Yeah, I could still go and have that. Nothing's stopping me. I remember Chef Ito of Alak fame, if you've heard of Alak in the LA area. Back when he was in the original one here in, I think it's Garden Grove or Fountain Valley, that is, a salad called the Sea, like the ocean. It was really, really good. It's a fully raw dish. Hey, Uncle Walt. Awesome, Uncle Walt. Glad you're liking the new dark look here. Produce, I did answer your question, right? That was your question, right? About the raw meals here. So I'm learning this whole thing, how to do this all here. So anyway, let me fix my computer here. Yeah, if anyone wants to try, if anyone's used to going to Streamlabs because of Vegan Gains and leaving tips and super chat tips there, I just pasted the link again. Yeah, they don't take any cut from creators, so that's pretty freaking cool, Anyway. Let's see, what do you think, Shafi? Yeah, I could use your feedback here. So what are you guys thinking here? I heard another ding here. I'll see what that is. Let me see. Do I need to do anything? Let's see. Ooh, Peter, trying this out. Cool. All right, thanks, Peter. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for trying this out. Like I said, I was never able to get Streamlabs working for me before. There was always a technical issue that prevented my webcam from working. Let's see so thanks, Peter. Thanks for trying it. You're the second person. So Produce Not Pills is our first person to leave a tip or donation, whatever they're called, on Streamlabs, and you are the second, Peter. So thanks. I'm glad to see this is working. Yeah, this is kind of this is my test run for it. My test run was like a few days ago, going on a live stream set on private just to see if I could see it and hear it, but I didn't know if any of the other functionality worked. Cool, Shafi. So you like the interesting vibe? I look bright and the background has good contrast as well. Yeah, I kind of got this scene, as you see here, set up last night. So I was all excited, like, ooh, I can't wait to do a live stream with this. And I can't wait to like record music in here looking like this. Because music, needs to be in a mood. When you go see a band in a club, they don't have a bunch of white lights on them. They have a spotlight with white light, then like a bunch of colored lights all around. So anyway, yeah, this is fun. This is all new. Need some new interesting things to do. It's like, using the same camera. I've been using the same camera for like maybe 5 years or so. So it's cool to move on and try something different. Let's see, Johnny. Hey, are you still in Las Vegas now? I forgot when I talked to you last, I think it was on Friday or Saturday. You were going to Las Vegas. Cool. Any links to our music? Yeah, first of all, if you have like any streaming service like Spotify or Apple or Amazon, I think YouTube's got some too. Yeah, we're on there. Our band is Love Spirals. Let's see, what else do we have here? Do we have our link to Bandcamp? I should have had all this stuff ready, guys. I'm kind of bad today. Anyway, let me try something out here. I hope this doesn't... You've been listening to us on Spotify. All right, cool. I'm going to try something out here. Hopefully I don't lose anything. So let's see what happens here. I think I'm going to hook up. Hang on one sec, guys. Sorry, I'm having a little problem plugging. Hey, is that you, Jamit? Can't stay working at home? Cool. Thanks for the super chat tip there, Jamit. Can't stay working at home and saw the notification. Love. Let me see if this works out here, guys. 1 second. That's not where I wanted to go there. Let me move this down here. Let me try this again. Okay. Oh, there it is. It's in 4. Okay. I wanted to see how this works out here, because I have, if I darted away there for a second, I have a way to show you guys websites. That's our website right there. This is tricky. I got to figure out how to do this. This is a little harder than I thought. But thanks, Jamit. Thanks for your super chat tip there. Much appreciated. So anyway, no question there. It's the angry vegan. Do you ever tell people I'm not hungry when they offer you food instead of telling them that you're vegan to avoid a conversation that you're not in the mood for? Yeah, that happens at farmers market sometimes. People will be passing out like crap covered in cheese and stuff like that, and I just move on. Sometimes I'll say sorry, I'm vegan, but I don't even think that registers or anything like that. So it depends on the mood, and if I'm in a pissy mood, I don't know, I'll just probably move on. But if I want to start a conversation, maybe spread the message a little bit, then I'll say, are they vegan? Just instead of being I'm vegan, I'm too good for that, maybe say, are they vegan, and see how that goes. Oh, cool. Thanks, Sean. Hey, thank you, Sean, for your super chat tip there. You and Angie B are amazing. Thank you for all the good vibes and great vids. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, Sean, you're hardcore. You are, pretty much always here during the live streams. Oh, cool. And I see your little, your notification thing there. Cool. That's all working. Yeah, that's what I saw. I've been watching Vegan Gains' live streams for months now. I'm going, gosh, how come, what is he doing? And I figured out I was using Streamlabs, and I was so bummed that I figured it out, but it wouldn't work on my system here. So I got it working. New camera, new streaming software. It's crazy, man. I feel like a kid or something. So thanks, Sean. Thank you so much. Yeah, we try to stay positive as much as we can. It gets a little depressing when you have idiots making videos about me rapidly aging as a vegan, or rapid vegan hair loss or teeth loss or whatever crap, muscle loss, whatever the idiots like to say. No, Jim, I haven't watched a Mike the Vegan video in a few days. So if you say it's good, I'll check it out. What about the Minister of Wellness? Um, Minister of Wellness. Who are you talking about specifically? Russell, I'm not sure what you are referring to there. Okay, Black's Dex is asking me a more medical oriented question here. Remember, I'm not a medical doctor. Asking about how a bunch of zinc without a supplement and have it be vegan. You guys have any tips here? Because yeah, I don't really take any supplements to get like vitamins, or I should say minerals. I should say a few minerals I was interested in, like say iron. I saw I was getting it all through. I was when I researched what foods I was eating, I'm getting plenty of iron. And zinc seems to be in that category too. I haven't been deficient in anything. So, and if you guys have some tips, there like pumpkin seeds. Yeah, pumpkin seeds are one of the foods that I was saying. I was wondering where I was getting a lot of iron from. Yeah, pumpkin seeds are loaded with iron too. So, if you guys have any other just straight up foods, but yeah, my nuts and seeds. Yeah, my philosophy, and it's been working out pretty well for me, is that if you're eating a very well balanced, non-restrictive vegan diet, as we always talk about here. This is what we do. It's more than what we talk about. It's what we do. It's what we've been doing, and we're not having bad blood tests. We're not quitting being vegan or anything like that. If you're eating enough calories and a well-balanced diet, you should be getting your nutritional needs met. So let's see what else we see here. Yeah, check out nutrition facts, quinoa. So oh, hang on one second, guys. All right, cool. Again, let me get back to the chat here. Let me put a link again back to our Streamlabs donation page there if you want to donate to us. It's like a super chat. It's basically a super chat. And they don't take a cut like YouTube does. They have a different business model, which is cool. YouTube, it's cool, but yeah, they take a pretty hefty cut. What about medicine that comes in capsules form? What do I do? What do you mean, Shaw? Like medicine, like a cold medicine or something like that, or a pharmaceutical or something? Bless the heavens, I haven't really had to take anything like that for a really long time. But you worried about them not being vegan, or you just want to stay away from medicines? Remember, I'm not a medical doctor. I'll just tell you what I do, but it doesn't mean that's what everyone ought to do. So Jim Carrey, the one and only Jim Carrey, says zinc include beans, chickpeas, your legumes basically, and your nuts. Like, just kind of remember legumes and nuts there. Beans, chickpeas, lentils, tofu, walnuts, cashew nuts, chia seeds, ground linseed, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, and wholemeal bread, and quinoa. Speak of, the devil, we were just talking about quinoa a second ago. So, yeah, you guys have some good tips there. Thanks for sharing here. Let's see. You're talking about when a doctor writes those prescriptions. I mean, if you're ill, you should follow the advice of your doctor, assuming that you trust your doctor. Your doctor seems to be, on the up and up, not some kind of, just doesn't care about you doctor. If they're actually trying their best, yeah, I would listen to what your doctor says. I mean, if I was sick and the doctor prescribed something, last time I had a doctor prescribe something to me was a blood test 3 years ago. Vitamin D. They wanted to be above 30. Dr. McDougall thought like the mid-20s were fine. Anyway, mine was like 29.9 or something like that. It was just barely below 30. And the doctor wrote a vitamin D prescription. I said, I didn't even bother to fill it because I can get vitamin D without a doctor's prescription. Secondly, I got that blood test in December, like a week before the winter solstice, when it's hard to get sunlight in the northern hemisphere. So, I just went back and I started getting more sun, and I went back and got a blood test like about 5 months later, and my vitamin D was fine again. But yeah, if it was something I couldn't fix through lifestyle or diet, yeah, I would most likely follow the doctor's advice there. But yeah, not like Dr. Oz. I'm talking like a real doctor that gives you health care. Yeah. Let's see. Ryan asks Lizarda, am I tuning into the current Plant Fit Summit? I didn't even know there's a Planet Fit Summit, so thanks for sharing that with me. Um, so I guess not. I'll look it up if you think it's worth it. Anyone cool on there that you think I might want to check out? Angry Vegan, tempeh or tofu? I don't know. What do you think? Tempeh or tofu? Um, I think tofu. Straight up tofu is not a bad thing. I didn't really wasn't a big tofu person for most of my vegan life, but I found a newfound liking for tofu in 2020. It's kind of cool. It's like a new food sort of for me. Oh, Jeff Palmer. Yeah, Jeff Palmer, the founder of Clean Machine. My favorite, if you want to call it supplement. It's really a whole food plant, but yeah, Clean Machine. Yeah, cool dude. Well, I'll check it out. Cool. I'm glad you guys are liking the new vibes, Matthew. Yeah, everything is new here. New lighting vibes, new streaming software. I'm going into Streamlabs. If you guys have ever seen Vegan Gains do his live streams, this is how he does it with Streamlabs. You can leave a donation there where YouTube or Streamlabs don't take a cut of it all, which in my mind is really cool. Very creator centric. All right, cool. So anyway, let's see. What's my favorite guilty pleasure junk food, if any? Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, I don't know. During lockdown, or whatever you want to call it, my favorite food to get that's not made from our home is some vegan pizza from a local, really cool pizza place. You probably heard me talking about it before here. It's in Long Beach. It's called Fourth Horseman. Just order online and pick it up and bring it home. And they have a lot of vegan pizzas. We get the Frailty. Each pizza is named after a horror movie. So after eating the Frailty pizza like a dozen times, we finally watched the movie Frailty, starring Matt McConaughey. It's actually really good. So maybe that's my fave right now. I don't even know if it's a guilty pleasure. I mean, yeah, it's not a whole food, a healthy food per se, but it's not bad. There's not like a bunch of crap on it or anything like that. It's pretty good, pretty healthy as far as restaurant pizza goes. Yeah, vegan zombie would love coming over here and going out to our horror themed pizza place with all the vegan pizzas and coming here in this room and with all the dark lights. Yeah, as soon as life is kind of back to normal again, it'd be cool to hang out with Chris. Cool dude. Yeah, he should be into horror. He's vegan zombie, right? Okay, yeah, vitamin D deficiency. Yeah, you're talking about Jeff's interview, Lazarda. Yeah, I've seen the studies that he's linking to, and it's not maybe the reason. Maybe he's oversold it, or maybe it's more complicated than that. But yeah, he is right. I mean, even one of the treatments they gave our president over the weekend, amongst all these weird experimental drugs, was vitamin D. And yeah, why? Because the studies show that vitamin D deficiency isn't good when it comes to fighting COVID, and having strong levels of vitamin D is good. So yeah, vitamin D. Yeah, if you guys are in the part of the world like with northern latitudes where you can't get it all year, yeah, you probably want to take a supplement at least for half the year, or a portion of the year, depending on how north or south your latitude is. Not a medical doctor. I'm just saying I'm lucky. I looked at the maps where I live here in Southern California, right at the latitude where we can get vitamin D pretty much year round. But I know not everyone lives that. We live at like the latitude 33, something like that. Yeah, you have to strip down Lazardi. Yeah, when I go out in the sun, I'm a dude, I just go out in my front or backyard in shorts, take my shirt off when I get out there. And it's the more skin you have exposed to the sun, the more you're absorbing, the less time you have to be out, so you don't have to get all burnt and stuff. You don't have to get a sunburn. That's something I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to get all tanned. I don't want to be pale. I just like to have what I call like a base tan that prevents sunburn, and I'm still not so dark where I'm still absorbing the what I need to from the sun without having to stay out all day. Let's see, any brand of vitamin I recommend. Yeah, there's a couple I recommend. Healthy Cell, they're vegan essentials, which you've seen me take many times. It's like a gel, you squirt it in your mouth. That's like my vitamin if I want to take a multivitamin, which I do every few days. In fact, I should take one today. I haven't had one in a bit. And then speaking of Jeff Palmer of Clean Machine, let me see if I can go over to that window here. Let's see what I can do. Let me see if I can do this, guys. This is something new here. Here. I'm doing this on a whole nother computer right now. Yeah, Clean Machine Online here.com. They actually sent me this little thing of clean branch chain amino acids, since I was supposedly their top affiliate last month. I didn't even think I was doing that much. But yeah, this is what I take here after. I don't just take it. It's just something I put into all of my smoothies. I put it, I put in a scoop of this. It has it's a whole food plant. It's not a bunch of weird isolates like most are. And I just love it, And if we have a code if you want to get a discount on it at Clean Machine Online, just code Happy Vegan, all lowercase. I think it's 10% or something like that. But it's a whole food plant, duckweed, all ground up. It's just a really nutrient dense plant. And I got into it because I was at the time trying to find something like for the gym, after post workout. Since all the other guys are doing that, why can't an old vegan do it too? So I came for the amino acid profile, which is similar to whey, but once I found out it was super nutritious too, it has all these wonderful vitamins in there, including bioavailable B12, I'm totally sold on it. So yeah, what else we got going on here? Let's see, Christina, you're interested in vegan? How do I start out? What do you tell a newbie? Well, interesting. I just got done filming a video that I'm going to put out tomorrow. I don't want to tell what it's all about. I want you guys to watch it. But it's basically this month, 10 years ago, is when I went vegan. So this is my 10-year vegan anniversary. So I talked about why I went vegan. I didn't say too much about exactly how I went vegan, but I think the most important thing is that you want to go vegan. Like most people, you tell them, hey, it's absolutely unnecessary to kill these tens of billions of animals every year and all the resources required to feed them and water their crops and fertilize their crops and transport all the crap around. It's just much more efficient and way less harm and evil and killing if you just eat plants. More people could be fed. In fact, yeah, there would be no such thing as world hunger. We produce enough food for every human to eat, but most of it goes to animals. So I'm glad you have that desire already. It's great for the planet. So to get started, you just need to kind of substitute patterns that you had before with new ones. Like I'm saying, just have some go-to meals, ones that you can have like a go-to breakfast that doesn't have to change much, or a couple go-to breakfasts, a couple go-to lunches. Because if you think about it, most people don't eat 20 different meals over 20 different dinners or breakfasts. You have a few that are your reliable ones, your go-to ones. So I would say try to find a few go-to ones. And we have the ebook of our book, Keep It Carb Baby. It's on our site right now. We're out of the print books, unfortunately, but we have the ebook on sale for $6.50 on happyhealthyvegan.org. So I strongly suggest you check that out. Angie's got some good recipes, and if you want to wait about maybe a month-ish or so, we'll hopefully have her new book out around then too, which is going to have even easier to make recipes. Not to say these are hard, but we understand, not everyone's got desire to make something that has to be as perfect as possible. Now she's saying, here's just get some beans from a can. We didn't have recipes like that in the old book. And and Keep It Carb Baby. So yeah, I just want to find a few good recipes that you can hit up on a regular basis. Now, let's see. Say Ling Tan. Congratulations, Ryan. I'm 6 months vegan. Well, congratulations to you, Zay. Following me and Angie to get inspired. Awesome. Sounds like you might be Asian, and as you may have guessed here, I am Asian as well. 3/4 Chinese. What's for dinner? Asked Uncle Walt. I'm not exactly sure what's for dinner, but lentil soup poured over rice sounds pretty fine right now. I could use some of that. You got the right idea there, Uncle Walt. Make a little extra for us. Let's see. Um, do I have dessert every day? No, I don't. We typically don't have dessert if that's what you're asking us, produce not pills. Let's see. Need to eat more lentils and beans. Yeah. Straight veg. Straight edge. Vegan Bell. Oh, I don't remember your name before. I got you confused with a fellow vegan YouTuber or social media person and friend, Straight Veg, because he's into straight edge music. So anyway, Matthew Chuck wants to know what's the worst purchase I've ever made. Wow, worst purchase. You know, right now I'm having trouble thinking of it, probably because I was just so pissed and just kind of blocked out that memory. Wow, worst purchase. Huh. I mean, I usually try to research my purchase as thoroughly as I can. So to avoid kind of that purchase regret, I'm not thinking of any off the top of my head right now. Good question, though. Ooh, good question. Ask Produce Not Pills. Is Uncle Walt ditching the animal products? You can be honest with us, Uncle Walt. No one will, I won't give you any crap at least. You know, well, I'll try to hold everyone to it, you know. That's cool. No, yeah, Uncle Walt is actually our little uncle, Angie's Uncle Walt. And he lives not too far, just like a town or two over. And yeah, I think we're inspiring Uncle Walt a little bit here, you know, to yeah, working on it. Cool. Yeah, that's how it was for me. If, in fact, watch my video that's coming out tomorrow, the one I told you about, you know, me discussing 10 years as a vegan and what it means to me and why I went vegan and how quickly did I go. So I think you can relate, Uncle Walt, because I didn't go vegan overnight. I didn't go vegan over a year. It was a multi-year process. And, you know, I did it and, you know, I didn't do it when I was a teen or anything like that. So, yeah, you should check it out, Uncle Walt. It'll be out sometime tomorrow. No, Rex, I didn't see any of that. Gordon Ramsay's fried rice video. Wow, what's that about? But yeah, Uncle Walt, I'm sure he can do it. Just gotta, you know, one day, just like I did, like as after like me, like for like 10 years, just, you know, kind of like eating plant-based but not vegan. One day I said, you know, I'm just gonna be fully vegan. You know, I don't want to harm the animals. I'm gonna just say from this day forward, I'm gonna just leave my past behind. No more dairy, cheese, anything like that. Obviously, no more meat, you know, and just be fully vegan. Matthew, is it still rational to believe the Miami Heat in 5? Let's see. Well, I guess tomorrow's game will be telling, right? I mean, you got to put it in perspective. The Lakers yesterday played horribly. They had like in the first 7 minutes of the game, like 7 turnovers compared to like 9 for the prior entire game before that. And I forgot how many turnovers they had when it was all said. It was just a turnover festival. They were playing horribly. Their shooting was off. And still, they were tied a few times in the game. They took the lead, I thought, briefly later on. But, you know, it's like they played so horribly and they almost won. So if they just could play mediocrely, they should be able to win. And if they're firing all cylinders again like they were in Game 1, watch out. But, you know, maybe you'll make me eat crow. I don't think the Heat are going to win more than one more game in this series. And I strongly suspect the Lakers will win tomorrow. They usually don't play like crap for 2 games in a row. All right, so yeah, Uncle Walt, you got it. Yeah, you know what you're talking about there, Uncle. Matthew wants to know who's the greatest of all time. I mean, there's no greatest of all time. There's players of all eras I respect. Like, you know, in the old Lakers era of like Magic Johnson and Kareem and James Worthy. In the 80s is all about Michael Jordan, and into the 90s, you know, Kobe after that, and Shaq, LeBron James. You know, there's just some great players in basketball history. I'm leaving out lots of great ones too, like Larry Bird and, you know, tons of others. But, you know, I can't say there's the greatest of all time. There's just great players of every era. I must say, though, I think Michael Jordan has been like the most profound impact on the game. He's like changed the game, the way people train, how they just work hard. The first one's there, last one's to leave, just dedicated to getting better. So yeah, I don't know if there is a best player or anything like that. But yeah, I love watching Michael Jordan's artistry. Kind of like Kobe and Michael Jordan. Their games are kind of similar. Just very beautiful players to watch. Their creativity. Yeah, well, LeBron James has a different game. He's more of a powerhouse, playing small forward. Doesn't have all the finesse of a Michael Jordan. But hey, he's getting the job done. Christopher wants me to help you understand the best way to get your omegas. Do it all, Chris. I don't know if there is a best way. I mean, if you're truly concerned about getting a lot of omega-3 acids, why just do one or another? I mean, yeah, ground flax seeds, hemp seeds. I would suggest, as you're saying, look into an algae supplement or at least foods that have been fortified with ALA in the form of algae. Take a supplement too if you want to. If you're really concerned about getting a lot of omega-3s. But yeah, you're on the right path. You know which ones to look at there. We make a point not to talk about feeding your pets, be it if it's a lizard or a rabbit or a dog or a cat or what have you. Yeah, just, that's something you're going to have to do research on. I don't want to give you any information that's wrong. I haven't really researched it all. I haven't owned too many kinds of pets, to be honest with you guys. So, just worry about yourself, understand, if you can't always be 100% vegan because like your kids aren't vegan, that's just called life. But you can control what you consume. Who would win a one-on-one game between Jordan and LeBron? That'd be a great game because it'd be a great matchup because their games are very, very different. They're both hard to defend and they both have their pluses and minuses about how they match up with each other. Let's see. Let's see what other questions do you guys have here. Let me just take a little stretch here. So let's see how long I've been on tonight. I don't think this will be the longest live stream tonight. I'm really, just wanted to check out how my new camera is working out here, how the Streamlabs is working out here. And then let me paste that link again too, in case anyone wants to leave a super chat tip on Streamlabs, where they don't take any cut of anything. It's just fully for the creators. I'll put that there for you guys. This is how Vegan Gains does it. And what's cool, it does that little animation and like that sound. I don't know what it sounds like a bell or something like that. So check it out. Bobby, I've been on exactly 42 minutes and 50 seconds right now. Angie, last time I checked, she's been working hard on her book. We want to make sure we get it out like next month before the holidays. And it's a little process. She's got to finish a couple more recipes. They're proofing things. And we got to get it to the printers, and that takes a week or so. So yeah, she's kicking butt right now, getting her book finished. Rex, any tips for athletic recovery? Well, it kind of changes for age. I think the older you get, the more important and essential having good recovery is. I mean, there's so many things. I mean, the most basic thing is getting good sleep. I mean, if your body is asking for 8 or 9 hours of sleep, give it 8 or 9 hours of sleep. The body does a lot of repairing then. Let's see, any particular things for me, if you're already vegan, you're already doing well, because I remember before going vegan, recovery was a bitch. It sucked. It took a lot longer, a lot harder. As soon as I went vegan, I go, wow, I'm recovering much better. I thought I was just getting too old to play basketball and stuff like that anymore. So eating a plant-based diet, a low inflammatory diet, for me has been a game changer for sure. And rest and just getting good nutrition after your workout, whatever you're doing, whatever sport you're doing. You don't want to starve yourself afterwards. So once you're done doing what you're doing, come back and eat and get some good nutrition afterwards. And for me, my favorite is a banana smoothie with the Clean Machine green protein, the lutein mixed into it. That's what I had today. I didn't work out all that hard, but I worked out the largest muscle groups in my body, the posterior chain, the glutes, the hamstrings, doing a bunch of elevated lunges. I think they're called reverse Bulgarian squats or something like that. Anyway, I just did a bunch of lunges today, and I wanted to make sure those big muscles got what they needed. Hey, X-Proof Anarchist, what is up? Giorgio Tsoukalos. Love you, Giorgio Tsoukalos. Ancient Aliens for the win. Do I think there's COVID in a vegan world? Well, pretty much all of these pandemics of recent time originated in animal agriculture to some degree. The origins of COVID are still a little bit more mysterious, but we've had like H1N1, H5N1, SARS, MERS. All these come from animals, humans breeding animals into existence for, let's see, Peter. Ooh, I got another super chat tip there from you, Peter. Let me see what this one is. It's so tiny on my screen here. I guess because I'm on my laptop. Let me see what you're saying there, Peter. Let's see. So, yeah, I think I see your comment. I'll get to it. There would still be pandemics, but there'd be fewer. And I was reading how... this, according to the United Nations, pandemics will probably become more frequent because we're taking animals' habitats away from them. We really need to, for so many reasons, get people off eating animals and move away from animal agriculture. So good question. I don't think they'll be eliminated entirely. Some plagues have nothing to do with animals, but it seems like most of them do. Let's see, Peter, what are my plans for your life after this coronavirus is over? Do you think you're going to do a bunch of traveling, maybe go to some vegan festivals or do some speaking engagements? Good questions, Peter. I'd like to do the kinds of things I was doing before. I mentioned on a previous live stream, one of the things I really miss the most, guys, I miss some of just the simple things in life. I don't need to take a fancy trip to Europe or anything like that. Simple things for me are like this time of year. It's really a tough time of year because right now, if there were no coronavirus, tonight, or maybe I'd be going tomorrow, is when we do our camping trip at Catalina. It's usually this first or second week of October where we go and make those videos of us camping at Catalina. Just that remote, rugged location hasn't been changed by humans all that much. It's my spiritual recharge place, so I miss going there. So hopefully next year we'll be going back there. Little things too, just like using our SoCal Disneyland pass and just going to Disneyland for a few hours, grabbing a dinner and going on a ride or something like that. And I really miss going to the gym and playing basketball with the guys. I really, really miss that. So, I don't know. And then, I'm sure, once we can go start having vegan events again. That was a big part of our lives too, just hanging out with you guys. So good question. Bobby, do we completely pay for our bills from YouTube? Not completely. We have many, or I should say multiple streams of income, and pretty much always have. So, sometimes one stream's bigger than another. One will get slow down, one will increase. You never know. So, it's just a combination of everything that we do. So, definitely not all. We're not living all from our YouTube AdSense or anything like that. You need a lot of views for that. Some people do, like Vegan Gains can and stuff like that. Mike the Vegan, I'm sure, but we're not quite at that level. Let's see. Yeah, Uncle Walt went to a vegan event with us in Torrance. But we don't have regular jobs, though, right? Yeah, Bobby, you are correct in that. I haven't had a regular job in, wow, let me think. It's been a while. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know when I last had a regular job. Oh, over 15 years ago, probably. Hexproof. Wow, you camped on Catalina before, too? Awesome. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, a lot of people ask, like, how come you don't go camp on other places? Because other places are different. Other places you can just drive a loud truck or whatever, SUV right up to the parking lot and carry all your crap and make a bunch of noise. Catalina, no one drives there unless you live there and work there. There's no parking lots. It's just completely like, how you would expect like the Wild West to look like. It's this desert camping by the ocean. Let's see. Yeah, Uncle Walt. Yeah, some YouTubers make a ton of cash. Yeah, we're just not one of those. Parth, am I glad I never had kids? Well, yeah, I love kids. I love our nephews and nieces. I really miss seeing them and playing with them and everything. They're rad, but Yeah, right now I'm glad because it was talking about like making a living. Yeah, if we had children, I'll just tell you right now, well, the income that we have from our various income sources, it would be tough to do it with children, and to be responsible to make sure they're well dressed, and whatever kids need, all the things the kids need, and nothing wrong with that. I totally understand that responsibility. So yeah, I mean, not having kids allows us to be more flexible with our lifestyle and not always need to be making a ton of cash to keep them, provided for in a way that they deserve. Thanks, Plant Patrol. Thank you again for your super chat tip there. I want to paste in the chat here too if anyone wants to send a super chat via Streamlabs. I finally got it set up. Yeah, that's even better in the sense that Streamlabs doesn't take anything out of it. They don't take a cut out of it. So I'm just checking this out. I finally was able to configure Streamlabs and have it work with my webcams. There was just some kind of bug on my system before they got rid of it. So thank you so much, Plant Patrol. Much appreciated for sure. Thank you. Hong Kong. Hey, Steve. Awesome. Cool. Glad we got Europe and Asia. Actually, Europe should be asleep right now. I'm a little late for Europe. But cool. I'm glad Asia's represented here with Steve. Awesome. What's it like in Hong Kong? Are there ways to eat vegan? Because you guys know I'm 3/4 Chinese. I want to travel at some point to, if not Hong Kong, Taiwan, and travel around and eat vegan. And I know it can be tough, especially since I don't speak the language at all. So tell me, how is that? Well, now you know, Plant Patrol, that I have Streamlabs. I thought I had set up Streamlabs to do what Vegan Gains does, have that bot. There's like that works as like a moderator and makes a post every minute or two or three. So in fact, I'm the one doing that. So in the future, remember that. And now that this is my first time using Streamlabs and testing out, so now I know I need to go into the settings and make sure I have it turned on for that bot, the moderator, the Streamlabs moderator bot, to make posts about Streamlabs. But yeah, Streamlabs, Uncle Walt doesn't take a cut of donations. They have like a free service and a paid service, but either way, they don't take a cut of your donations. The only cut comes from like the payment processing companies, be it the credit cards or PayPal, but you have no control. They have no control over that. Yeah, look for Buddhist restaurants. Yeah, we do that all around here in California. We look for the Buddhist restaurants, which they often call them vegetarian, but when pressed, you find out that 99% of them are vegan. They just didn't call it that. Hey, Big Squirrel Nuts, what is up? But yeah, thanks so much though. Thanks so much for the super chat tips there, guys. Be it on YouTube or on Streamlabs. So yeah, thank you, Plant Patrol. Much appreciated. Let's see. Let's see. So Steve in Hong Kong, he says there are plenty of vegan restaurants. Wow, good to know, because I can't find there's a few vegan restaurants I can find in the Southern California, the Los Angeles area, but they're few and far between. Grocery stores sell all the same stuff as the US, and everybody speaks English. All right, so that's cool. That's one reason why I was interested in Hong Kong, because of how Great Britain owned it or released it for so long, and English is used there because of that. I'm just afraid to go into like China, basically. I know Hong Kong was supposed to be like its own independent autonomous region of sorts, but I'm just kind of afraid to go into China. I'm afraid they have a dossier on me. I'm like some radical, and I don't know, maybe I'm being paranoid or something like that. Let me know if I'm being paranoid, Steve. Yeah, check Happy Cow. Obviously, that's the first thing we do when we make any kind of travel plan or just fantasize about going somewhere. Like, would it be cool to go here? And I'll Google it and see what they got. Joseph, I don't even understand that question. I don't even understand that question, Joseph. If eating animal protein were necessary to not only survive but thrive, which it isn't, but you said if it were, would I self-sacrifice myself for animals or sacrifice the animals for myself? Well, That's just a thought experiment. It doesn't really apply, and it's really hard for me to go down that road because the premise is wrong. It's like this. It's like saying, if murder and rape were morally cool or okay, would you X, Y, or Z? It's hard to do it, to play along with such a thought experiment like that, because murder and rape are not morally cool or okay. And I'm putting killing animals needlessly for food in that same category of morally not okay, morally wrong. So it's hard to go down the road because I can't get past the first step. I can't imagine a world where murder is cool or rape is totally cool. I just can't get past that. So I can't get past that. You need to eat animals for protein. So it's hard for me to answer that question. So you're saying China is totally different than Hong Kong. I get that, but isn't it becoming more, isn't China more encroaching slowly into the freedoms that Hong Kong has that China in general doesn't have? Let me know. I'm trying to watch this from afar. Just so much craziness going on in our country right now. It's hard to really understand what's happening everywhere in the world. Maybe my perception's wrong, but let me know if you feel safe and you feel protected from the Chinese government there. Yeah, I understand it's different. Mexico and Canada are different from the United States, but again, we have no governmental control or connection to Mexico or Canada other than treaties. China and Hong Kong, they're more related as we know. The unknown. You're in China now too. Wow. But he said China now is expanding its governmental reach into Hong Kong. That's what concerns me and so many people too. We want to keep Hong Kong independent and autonomous, as China agreed to, as they promised the world. Uncle Walt wants to know, what's the best way to make anonymous donations to a YouTube content creator and have none of their donation taken by a third party? Well, I'll paste it in here since I didn't configure the Streamlabs bot, but right here on Streamlabs, I don't know if it's anonymous or not. I guess you could donate there after the live stream is done, then no one will see your name flash on the screen. That link works forever, basically. But the second part of your question is that, Streamlabs doesn't take a cut like YouTube does. Peter, I'd love to come to Canada. I wish Canada's government could take over the United States' government right now. Ours is such chaos and such a mess. I would gladly welcome Canada's government to expand into the United States right now and rule us, at least for a little while. Try it out for a bit, That was a good idea, Unknown. I never even thought about that. Just an anonymous checkbox. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would go for that. But anyway, I would know that you're expressing gratitude. So, if you want to make a donation, I say go for it, and I'll see it. Plant Patrol. Would Plant Patrol be my username for Streamlabs? Yeah, as far as I know, this is my first time using it, but I've already had a few of our friends from here, like Peter Cunnington and Produce Not Pills, try it out for me, and it didn't change their screen name whatsoever. Yeah, Plant Patrol. So yeah, you can, as far as I know, do it, and it'll display your name just the same. I don't know how they do all this technology, but they got it worked out. Hey, Derek, Simnett Nutrition, what is up? You got mad camera, Evney. Thanks, man. The new setup looks incredible. Those low light capabilities. Thanks, thank you. Yeah, just talking about Canada. I'd love to come to Canada sometime. Yeah, I was just making some posts here. I got a new camera to try out. I'm really blessed that a couple weeks ago, someone from Blackmagic Design was watching one of my live streams and reached out. Apparently, they're reaching out to content creators like us, because filmmakers know about their products, but the products are actually really cool, as I've been learning here, for content creators. Just be able to incorporate this into my live streams, and now it's becoming my main just video making camera now, taking the place of my old Panasonic Lumix GH3. So I'm totally into it. It's created a better workflow. Things are quicker. It just takes a little while to get a good image, because you need to know a little bit about photography and videography, which I know just a little bit about, so I had to up my game. But thanks. Good to see you. And yeah, I would love to come to Canada. You're West Coast, I thought, too, right? Aren't you? Vancouver or the British Columbia area. But cool, we got Simnett Nutrition. And hey, next time you're down here and it's safe, let's work out, man. Even though I'm not like, training to become like, looking like say Nimai Delgado or something like that. I've been, doing gym work, weight resistance training now for, gosh, 2 years, 3 years, just for basketball athleticism. I just want to look like a basketball player. I want to look like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or something like that, rather than like Nimai Delgado. So yeah, I work out. Let's work out sometime. That'd be cool. West Coast Canada, Vancouver Island. All right, awesome. That's where we want to travel first. I want to travel all across Canada, but I thought I'd start off with the West Coast first. Vancouver Island. Check out Vancouver. Check out Victoria. Some of the beaches on Vancouver Island. That's cool. So yeah, if you're look into the cameras. Only if you feel like getting a little technical and tweaky. It does, involve a little like knowledge of like setting white balance and stuff like that. The difference between, like say, recording with a LUT, a lookup table, or just untouched kind of raw like footage. There's some technical stuff going on. Huma's Hero, yeah, the Lakers Heat game was a bit of a shocker, but I was kind of expecting it. The Lakers, had a horrible start, and they never really dug out of it. I was saying earlier, like in the first 7 minutes, they had almost as many turnovers in the first 7 minutes of the first quarter than they had in the entirety of the previous game. Their shots weren't falling as well as they have. Anthony Davis, our best player, was in foul trouble from early on. So a lot of things went wrong, and the Lakers were right up. They could have won it up until like the last like 2-3 minutes. They had chances for winning. So all the Lakers need to do is not turn the ball over like 30 times and just have their shots go in at a sort of like a average rate rather than way below average rate, and they should be fine. The Heat still doesn't have an answer for Anthony Davis. But yeah, it was a bit of a shocker, but not expected. I don't expect them to play so poorly. They're not going to have so many turnovers 2 games in a row. It just doesn't happen. Ellen lives in Long Beach, Belmont Shore. Right on, representing Long Beach here. Awesome, Ellen. Cool. Yeah, Long Beach. We have our own crazy election coming up here in my district here, District 2. You're fine right now where you're at. No election this year for you guys. Actually, let me paste something here too, guys. If you want to leave a super chat type tip without YouTube taking a cut, let me just paste a link down in there for Streamlabs. This is my first time using it. I was having some technical issues before, but it's all new for me tonight. The new camera, the new Streamlabs streaming, and I'm glad everything seems to be working. I can do some cool stuff too. Check this out. I can pull up a web page and let's see, is it happening? And I can put my picture in it, I think. See, check this out. I can pull up a web page, and you gotta wait a second or two. I'm kind of slow at it, but you should be able to see me talking about it. This is like, yeah, see, here I am. I do cool stuff like this. I was showing off my favorite, I guess if you want to call it a vitamin or supplement or something like that. It's the whole food plant all ground up. But anyway, let's come back to the live stream here. Okay, so anyway, blood pressure. I see JL answering a question there, but yeah, I mean, my blood pressure is awesome. I have to look at my last blood test. I want to say like 110/70 or something like that. They always measure my blood when I go in for the blood test. But yeah, my blood pressure is always looking really good, and I'm in my 50s. Most people my age, well, I should say a lot of people are on some kind of blood pressure lowering medication and cholesterol lowering medication and watching their diets because of diabetic or pre-diabetic conditions, maybe on medications for some or all of these conditions. 53 years old, 0 conditions, 0 meds. Let's see. Cool, Steve. Awesome. You ordered the Clean Machine B12 protein. Hopefully you used my coupon code there, Happy Vegan, and saved yourself 10%. I didn't plug that enough. But yeah. Cool. I really love this stuff. Even if, I wasn't an affiliate, I would still be using it, honestly. I just wanted to become an affiliate so that I can get like a discount on it because I really enjoy putting in my smoothies every day. And I knew this was going to be a staple, and it really is. I have it literally every day that I have a smoothie. Some days I don't have a smoothie, but I have a smoothie like, over 90% of the time. I really love the stuff. Well, that's some amazing blood pressure there, Uncle Walt. Good for you. Iron Gamer, cage match versus VD. I don't think there'll be any cage matches against any anti-vegans, male or female. That's funny though. Let's see. Game Changers. Anyone asking about Game Changers? Last time I checked, it's still on Netflix. Watch it. You'll see that a vegan diet, a plant-based diet, will not hold you back or prevent you from achieving any of your athletic goals. If anything, it will aid you in that, particularly in giving you a great recovery situation. You're not all inflamed. You're just eating a low inflammation diet and you recover quicker. Oh no, Antonio, you're like me. I look forward to my smoothies every morning too. I love smoothies. But yeah, sometimes I don't have them. Sometimes I'll have some oatmeal, which is fine. But it's kind of weird to put the Clean Machine, powder in that. But I do love it in the smoothies. I wonder if Lindbergh's has Clean Machine. I don't think it's in too many stores, Uncle Walt, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, Amazon has it, but you can't use our code there. Again, our code's Happy Vegan. But yeah, it's Clean Machine online. That's where most of you guys are probably getting it, and that's where you can get the 10% discount. All right. Do things. I don't know if he's asking me or Uncle Walt, but for me, blood pressure, I've only been getting blood tests really since I was vegan. I don't remember what my blood pressure was when I got a blood test, my blood test before going vegan, but my BP has been really good, healthy ever since I've been getting my blood test as a vegan. Morning, says Klaus. Is Klaus in England or Europe? Because this would be super early risers, I think, in Europe right now. Ooh, I see a question about Buddhists here. Let me see if I can get my mouse back here. Matt wants to know, why do I think plants are not sentient yet proclaim to have a Buddhist perspective? Buddhists believe all life is precious and plants are sentient. Let's see, I've never heard it interpreted that way, that plants are sentient. Remember, plants have awareness. I know this. I grow plants. I have trees, bushes. They know how to orientate themselves to the light. No, remember how I use these words metaphorically. They have an understanding, an awareness of how to orientate themselves in the sunlight, how to extract minerals out of the ground. But to claim that a plant is sentient, do you know what sentient means? It means self-awareness. How do you have awareness without having a brain, without having a central nervous system? I mean, that is just biologically and physiologically impossible. Yes, they have some sort of awareness, and awareness, when you're talking about a mammal, implies a brain, but we're just using that metaphorically to describe plants. I mean, really, you think plants are aware? So if you're going out in your yard and mowing the lawn, you're just is genocide of grass blades going on? I mean, no, plants do not have sentience. They're not aware. They don't have brains. They can't form thoughts. They don't have brains to make thoughts. They can't experience emotions like hope, fear, embarrassment. Do you think a plant can get embarrassed? I mean, they just don't have the awareness, the capability for awareness, because they don't have the hardware. That said, you shouldn't just go out and rip plants apart and kill them. These things are not sentient. They're not like rocks or something like that. They are alive, and they do want to grow and reproduce and all that. But to say that they are sentient is you're completely in the minority there as far as scientific views. I wouldn't even say minority. It's just complete, just like dismissal. It's just biologically, physiologically impossible. No, I didn't see Hinge Herbivore's video about oil. I should check it out. I haven't seen any. I haven't watched any vegan YouTube videos for maybe a week or so. Just been watching other stuff like videos about this camera to learn how to operate it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's weird how oil is so controversial. I mean, those that think oil is healthy, do they also think that sugar, like pure refined sugar, is healthy? Because both of those are exactly the same thing. Those are both foods that have been refined in such a way that there's nothing else left other than, in the case of oil, fat, all the carbs and protein are gone. In the case of sugar, the other two macros are gone. I mean, I don't know anyone saying, yeah, eat a bunch of sugar. I mean, it's kind of like, what's that called? Calories that don't really do you any good because there's no nutrition into them. And that's how kind of oil is too. It's kind of weird how one is okay and the other is not in some people's point of view. I mean, think about it like this. If your goal is to eat as much as possible, like we do, whole food plants, then how does oil figure into that as being, but oil, lots of oil is okay. And, I'm speaking from, the philosophy of eating whole food plants. If you just want to be a junk food vegan, cool. That's totally fine. I'm not like putting myself on a pedestal. I just know I feel better, especially at my age. And we were just talking about recovery athletically. And we were talking about how being vegan has helped me to recover at an older age. And I've noticed too, when I'm eating more junk food vegan, more oily stuff, that great recovery that I'm so blessed to have as a 50-plus-year-old vegan diminishes. So some of these guys are arguing that oil's healthy for you, probably in their 20s, and they're probably not as athletic as I am. They don't know what recovery is like when you're in your 50s. So I'm trying to eat as clean as I possibly can. Yeah, I get oil sometimes. I ordered a pizza the other night, from Fourth Horseman here in Long Beach, the Vegan Alchemy pizza. But if someone has the argument that oil is healthy, by the same logic, they'd have to admit that refined sugar is healthy because they're both the same thing. One is just a refined pure fat product. The other one's a purely refined sugar carbohydrate product. If someone wants to eat it, cool. I don't care. If someone wants to be an oil vegan, tip my hat to them. Thanks for not killing the animals. I don't care. I mean, health is something that, you have to care about on your own. Animals don't care if you're eating a healthy junk food vegan diet or a healthy whole food plant vegan diet. Animals don't care. They just don't want to be raised for slaughter and killed. Bobby, what do I do with like mosquitoes and bugs? Hey, I mean, I try not to harm bugs if I can help it, but let's be practical here. It's impossible, Like in the summer, we get ant invasions. I mean, things I can't even control. When it gets really bad, when I go to my bathtub and turn on the water, they come out of the water spout for like the first 5 seconds. A whole army of ants just goes right down the drain. Really not much I can do about that. So yeah, I mean, as practical as you can. Just don't go like willy-nilly killing a bunch of bugs. But if you got to live your life in your house or whatever, and they're interfering, yeah, I mean, a few bugs might get harmed. That said, I try as much as possible to like not harm bugs. Angie and I made a video about 6 years ago about a no-kill trap you can make in your home for fruit flies. They're attracted into. You'll see the video. Just look for it. We go and release them outside. So, we try our best, but we understand reality. What's my opinion on Avi and Dr. Danielle Belardo aggressively arguing that a whole food plant-based diet does not reverse coronary artery disease? I've been trying to research this a little bit more, and what I understand is there's like 4 measures of heart disease. There's blood, the strength of your heart pumping, the volume of the heart pumping, reversal of plaque, and what was the other one? And I thought they agreed that 3 of those measures seem to be confirmed by plant-based diets that they do reverse heart disease. They just weren't convinced on the reversal of plaque. So maybe they can put. Oh yeah, the other one was reduction in mortality. So they seem to agree with the reduction in mortality because the data says so. The blood volume and the strength of the heart pump. They just don't agree on the reversal of plaque. So I mean, here's my take on it. If they agree, and I agree that people are the rate of getting heart disease and dying, the reduction in mortality is real, and the heart's pumping a good volume. Okay, don't say reverse. Just say it's significantly bettered from a plant-based diet. Maybe reversal's too strong. I don't know if we need to get into a philosophical discussion what constitutes reversal, because that seems like a philosophical question as much as a medical question. But they seem to agree it does help. I mean, if you have a reduction in mortality, that helps. If you can increase your blood flow volume and strength, that does help. So it seems like they're just sticking to, from what I can tell, I haven't really seen all their videos, but trying to stick to a position that seems kind of radical to get people to take notice. But it seems like they agree on 3 of the 4 things that it does help. So why don't they say, yes, the data shows it does help. For sure, the data shows it helps. We're just not sure if the arterial plaque gets reversed or not, the decrease in plaque. Just say it like that. I mean, we see some really positive stuff, and we need a little bit more research on the arterial plaque to say for sure. I'm not sure what the big disagreement is on the reversal. Just say bettered or whatever if they're having a issue with the reversal word. So that's my point. If you guys are watching and I'm wrong, I'm open to talk about it. I'm not trying to debate or debunk. I'm just giving you my opinions here. Yeah, How Not to Die, Catechist 1. That is a great book, yeah. And How Not to Diet, a good follow-up book, which someone gave me as a gift. I still need to read it. It's sitting around here. Hey, Graven Babies. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we don't have fire ants, but you know what I'm talking about. Ants, you just can't like tiptoe around and, avoid every last ant, I mean, being vegan doesn't mean you're perfect and no harm comes to any creature of any kind, I agree with that to some degree, Steve. I think if they could come out and say, hey, leaders, plant-based doctors, leaders, we disagree with the wording of what you're saying about reversing heart disease, and here's why. But to come out and like call them clowns and charlatans or whatever, I mean, come on. How is that having a rational discussion to throw these names? Name calling is never called for. I mean, I don't care what the situation is. If you disagree with someone, disagree with them. But to call someone a clown or coward, I mean, you've seen me make tons of videos against anti-vegans. I don't really call them names. I just say they've got a bunch of nonsense, but I don't say this person is an XYZ. I just don't believe in name calling. Just state your position, but you don't need to to do that. So that's my tip to you guys too. And this is coming from someone who was trained in, philosophy. Nowhere in, because I know Avi values philosophy, nowhere in philosophy does it say, yeah, when you're making your point, make sure to call your opponent a bozo. That's not part of logical argumentation. And you know that if you're watching Avi. And that's my suggestion, my tip to you guys. I think what you're doing is great, but make your point in such a way where you don't have to discredit your opponent's qualifications. All right, cool. Don wants to know, did I find it hard to give up fish? Funny question here, Don. I'll tell you why. I don't know if I've told this story too often here with you guys, but I'll share with you a little story here. And actually, before I do that, let me put a little link again to my new Streamlabs account. Which I set up like Vegan Gains has it, so you can leave super chat tips there and not have YouTube take a cut away from it. I'm supposed to be like a Streamlabs bot that posts this for me, but I'm doing it tonight. But anyway, I was going to say I think the last meat I ate was a fish I caught actually one time. So yeah, and I hadn't eaten much fish before that, but that was probably the last meat I had back in 2010 before I went vegan. Let's see. All right, let me get a little bit of water here, and I'm gonna go pretty soon. Kind of testing everything out here tonight with the camera, with the Streamlabs. I'm with you, Steve. I have no desire to eat fish ever again. Raw 83, do I listen to Rich Roll? I used to a lot. I don't have much drive time, as they call it. That's the best time, I think, to listen to a podcast when you're in your car going somewhere or on the subway or train. But yeah, since I work at home, I don't go to too many places right now. My drive time is severely limited, So yeah, it's hard for me to like get through a weekly 1 hour, 2 hour podcast. Oh, that's cool, Graven. Yeah, you're one of the lucky people that never had a taste for fish, and good for you. He worked at a shrimp food factory. Oh man, I feel sorry for you there. Let's see. Steve, do I sell t-shirts like that? Like what? I want to know. Or are you asking someone else? Speaking of t-shirts, guys, we have t-shirts back in stock. Let me see if I can do this again here. Let me see how to do this. Sorry, guys, 1 second here. We go back to our website here. Is this how it works out? Oh man, what am I doing wrong here? I think I'm doing this wrong. How did I do it earlier? Dang. Let me check out one other thing here. Okay, now let me just get out of this. I was going to go show you that. We got a bunch of t-shirts in stock now from our online store at happyhealthyvegan.org. We're out of most sizes and styles. I just went to the t-shirt store here, Long Beach Graphics, and picked up a big box of stuff today. So if anyone's interested in getting a Happy Healthy Vegan t-shirt, please click down to our website, happyhealthyvegan.org. We are fully stocked up now. Yeah, see, I got to get used to how to get to the web there and show you stuff. This is all, yeah, my first time running through here with Streamlabs live with you guys. Oh, you want this shirt? No, I should just make one. I guess I could, huh? But no, get a Happy Healthy Vegan shirt. So show your support. Let's see, which size do we have? We have, depends. Some styles we have, at least 2 of the styles we have extra small, and we go up to extra large. And I believe on the black Happy Healthy Vegan shirt, it looks like this, but it's black, says Happy Healthy Vegan. I believe I have a 2XL in that right now. Or is it 2XL in the tie-dye? One of the two. One of those two we have a 2XL. I usually don't make too many of those. And if you really want one, contact me. Someone contacted us to make a triple XL for a husband. We'll do it for you. Awesome, Graven Babies. Your husband represented with the Happy Healthy Vegan shirt at work tonight. Awesome. Yeah, I like to wear a shirt. Always, get some, it doesn't always, but often gets conversations started. Let's see. Matt wants to know, you're the one that asked about the other thing. You're asking about our plant sentient. You're trying to find the borderline of sentient, huh? Our jellyfish, clams, sponges, and sea cucumbers sentient? No central nervous system. Those are still, they're not plants. Here's the thing. That's why it's called plants, eating plants. Those are definitely not plants. They're some kind of organisms from the sea. And here's the thing. I'm not sure why you're so concerned about eating those, because you don't need to eat those. I haven't had any of those in 10 years, and I'm extremely healthy, not deficient in anything. So if it were a case of life or death, I would consider that philosophically a bit more. Oh, cool. I just got another super chat. I think this one was on Streamlabs. Let me check it out here. Still learning how to work with Streamlabs here in it. Yes. Plant Patrol, yes, a test run. Thank you. Yes, that worked out. It said had your name and everything on there. Awesome. Cool. It is working out here. Yeah, I got Streamlabs working, YouTube working, my new camera working. I've been doing a lot of stuff this weekend, guys. Seriously, you can ask Angie. I was pretty much sitting in this room for 3 days, testing things out. I did literally 100 test recordings with this camera to get everything working right. So that's why I haven't made a lot of videos. I've been just working hard to make more new videos for you in the future. And I have a new video for you tomorrow. Watch it. I'm not sure when we're going to premiere it, but it'll be out tomorrow. It's all edited. It's about my 10-year vegan anniversary and what I've learned, what I can share with you guys about being vegan for 10 years. Here's a good point. Let's see. Graven, you can regrow plants from clippings. Can you regrow animals from clippings? Yeah, I mean, I think starfish actually can, they can lose an arm and it'll regenerate a new one or something like that. I don't know what happens to the old arm. I don't think the old arm generates a new starfish. I don't think. But anyway, my whole point I was making there was we don't need to eat bivalves. I mean, I guess I need to talk to a biologist, but again, they're not plants. That's not like a piece of kale or even seaweed or anything like that, so are they sentient? I don't know. They probably have, as far as a spectrum of sentience goes, they're probably on the lowest end of it. They have something that plants don't have. But again, it's not like a matter of life or death. I mean, vegans don't need to eat bivalves. Humans don't need to eat bivalves. It's like honey. People like to bring up these fringe things. I always like to bring up, you don't need to eat honey. There's not like an essential nutrient in a sea urchin or honey. You can be just fine having plants instead. Let's see, Travis, you ran every day this month? Oh, you decided to. I'm going, wow. Yeah, just stick with it, man. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, the weather's been quite warm to kind of dedicate to anything like that. I don't like to get out there when it's like all, 80 degrees as it's been when I wake up a lot of times, at least for the past month. But yeah, just stick with it. Just I would say if you're gonna do a streak like that for 30, 31 days, my tip would be to I don't know what your normal running length is, but back down on the miles. Say a normal, just easy run for you is 5 miles. But you have more days of recovery in between runs, or at least a day of recovery. I would say back it down to 2-3 miles and see how your body reacts. You'll probably be able to run more miles that way, rather than just doing say 3 longish runs. Just do 7 shortest runs. 7 runs of 3 miles is over 20 miles right there. If you went out running 5 miles 3 times a week, that's only 15 miles. So yeah, just back down the duration to kind of compensate for the lack of recovery, or the more minimal recovery. So that's something I could talk about. I used to run a lot, but I'm running a lot less right now. Yeah, Matt. No, I don't think you're attacking veganism. I'm just saying, these are philosophical issues, and veganism isn't really a philosophical issue. It's a moral issue. Knowing that it's wrong, morally wrong, to harm, kill animals for food, clothing, any other purpose like that. So yeah, these are philosophical issues. My whole thing is, again, we don't really need to eat bivalves. They don't really have some magic nutrient. In fact, they're probably going to be worse off for you because they're just sucking up all the pollutants of the ocean, concentrating in them. And, one could argue it would actually not be a benefit to health. So there's another issue, more scientific issue there. Let's see. Yeah, Plant. Yeah, I saw it go through Streamlabs. Yeah, Plant Patrol. Yes, I did see it when you typed in test run Plant Patrol. I saw it go through there. Yeah, and it showed up on my screen here. Did you guys hear the ding? When he made that chip super chat type tip on Streamlabs. So yes, thank you, Plant Patrol. Much appreciated. I'm glad it's all working out here. I'll put the link again. If anyone wants to make a super chat tip through Streamlabs rather than YouTube, where Streamlabs doesn't take anything out. I was always wondering how Vegan Gains was able to do that for so long. It's got to get the right software there. Luis, yeah, plants don't mind being eaten because they have no nervous system. They have no brain to mind anything. They don't have a mind. And then, where is the plant? You're talking plants, say the plant would feel pain, as some people say, or they wouldn't mind being, where is it? When you eat a fallen piece of fruit, is the mind of the plant in the fruit? Is it in the tree that produced the fruit? It's that's what I'm saying. There's no center of consciousness anywhere in plants. They're live across the whole thing. Hey, Kid, Brody, thank you so much for your super chat tip there. Much appreciated. And let me see your question here. Hey, Ryan, should I worry about saturated fat in tofu? I eat it almost every day. Love the channel. Since I'm having issues here, can someone tell me what the nutrient profile is of tofu? What are we talking about as far as how much saturated fat? I wasn't really aware of there being a high amount of saturated fat in tofu. So if someone could pull that up for me right now, I kind of have my hands full. I had my normal way of doing this, and it's kind of not here right now. Hey, Joseph Michael, good to see you. Tofu, has let's see. Okay, protein 8 grams, carbs 2, fat 4 grams. And how much of that is saturated fat, though, guys? Let me know that. Vegan Jerry says tofu is low in saturated fat. It didn't seem like a saturated fat type of food because it's a legume. Legumes aren't really high in saturated fat. 0.9 grams, which doesn't sound like a lot if that's like a serving. So, yeah, there might be some saturated fat. And 5 grams per block. Okay, there you go. Tofu is better than flesh. You are fine. So, yeah, without me seeing the actual nutrient profile, I'm just going off what our viewers here are posting for me. I wasn't aware of being high in saturated fat when you guys are posting here. Thanks, Jim and Travis. Yeah, it's confirming what I thought before. I personally wouldn't worry about it, but if you have a health professional, a doctor you want to talk to, if you have a certain medical condition that I'm not aware of, I'm not a medical doctor, you might want to talk to your healthcare professional. But if anything, Joseph looked up, it's more high in iron and calcium rather than saturated fat. That was news to me when you asked that question. Let's see, let me get back to here. Yeah, Kid Burley, when you asked that question about, yeah, saturated fat, kind of took me as a little shock because I'd never really heard or noticed that in anything ever before that tofu's got a lot. So I guess, yeah, maybe relative to other plant foods, it might be higher, but it's a legume, you know. So yeah, you're probably good with that. Angry vegan, even dirt is healthier than flesh. Let's see, Kate C has a package of tofu. It says 3 grams of fat, 0 saturated fat. All right, so it sounds like, yeah, that's why I was kind of like shocked. I go, really? I can't believe all these years I've never noticed this. Like there's a higher than what you would expect saturated fat content in tofu. So yeah, don't worry about it. Tofu, good. Yeah, there's a good point. And not unless you cook it in coconut oil. Yeah, that'll change your saturated fat profile quickly there. Big Squirrel Nuts is a daily tofu eater. And Tofu Scramble, that's going to be in Angie's book, the upcoming book. I've tested that out with her as the eater of it many a time. It's really, 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 really good. In fact, I wonder if she'll make one for us tonight. That would be kind of fun. Steve, I've eaten a decent amount of tofu for 24 years, no ill effects yet. Yeah, I've been, vegan and vegetarian now for like, 20 years, and once you combine the two together, and I've had my years of a lot of tofu and years of not really having much. So I've had more than I guess most people have had, and yeah, nothing bad has happened. Graven Babies, your tofu says 3% saturated fat. Cool, I got you hooked. I can't read your name there. It's not romanized for me, but I got someone there hooked on banana ice cream. Yeah, we're going to probably have some of that soon because I have a bunch of bananas. I either have to eat it tomorrow or it's going to get into the freezer as banana and ice cream. Let's see. Here's a good question, Uncle Walt. I'm not a big coconut eater. I just kind of stay away from coconut for a few reasons. One thing is I just don't really like the flavor, the taste of coconut. But I know, yeah, coconut oil, things based on the fat of coconut, like say like ice creams that are like, coconut based. Yeah, those are the ones I have to watch out for. They have really high saturated fat content. But there's a good question for you guys that love coconut and experience it more frequently than I do and hopefully know more about it. As Uncle Walt's asking, would raw coconut be high as opposed to the oil? You guys tell me here. I really don't know the answer to that question. I want to know. I've always kind of wondered that, so I never wondered it enough to like look it up or anything. So if someone knows, let's see. Okay, so we have one answer here. It is coconut water is safe though, so it is high, but the water is safe. It seems like it would be high because it still has the fat in there, but the water has been, the fat's been removed. Let's see. Raw coconut, says Travis, has 9 grams of saturated fat per 2 tablespoons. Wow, that sounds pretty high. Yeah, 9 grams is nothing to shake a stick at for 2 tablespoons. Wow. So I think we got our answer there, Uncle Walt. Yeah, if you're trying to watch your saturated fat, as we all should be, because saturated fat has been shown to be a very potent cause of raising LDL cholesterol, maybe even more potent than like consuming cholesterol, in animal products. So either way, both are, but one's way worse than the other. One involves killing a bunch of animals. But as far as, being vegan, that could be the silent killer there if you're not being careful about coconut products, coconut fat products like coconut oil anything that's a fat coconut base in there. I'm surprised. Like Angie got these cool little like ice cream sticks. I forgot who made them. They're really tasty. So delicious. I think it was a little 4-pack. You guys might know what I mean. And I got them a few times and finally looked on the back of the box like, wow, it's got that much saturated fat. I didn't think it was like coconut based. And I looked, coconut oil. Damn, why do they have to do that? Why couldn't they put a different oil in there? I'm sure it would taste just as good. And the reason why I bring this up is not that I'm paranoid. It's because, as you guys might remember from a blood test I had, a year and a half or two ago, my LDL was over 100, it's like in the 120s. And I was really just being, investigating what I was eating that could have been causing that. So I realized, the vegan ice cream, I got to watch out and make sure it doesn't have like these high saturated fat ingredients like coconut based ones, like say Nanamu. I noticed Kato. Have you guys seen Kato, that avocado based one? Really low on the saturated fat because avocados don't have that macronutrient profile like that. So anyway, my LDL was back down to a healthy level last time. But you gotta be careful, especially when you're older, over 50. You don't want to get heart disease, vegan or not. It's not impossible. Remember, vegans have a lower risk of having heart disease and dying from heart disease. And again, I think Avi would agree with that, but it doesn't mean you're impervious. It's not like you're like Superman and, you repel heart disease. Hey, Jerry's Rafferty, what is up? Yeah, I love Nanamu too, Kristen. Don't get me wrong, I love Nanamu, but as a result of, having that blood test from a few years back, I've learned to not have coconut-based ice creams too often. I'll have them. I'll definitely have them, but have them once in a while and just really enjoy it. And if I need to get a vegan ice cream, no one needs to have a vegan ice cream, but if I need to, I'll get one that doesn't have a coconut base or coconut oil base like that. And there's plenty of others that don't have those coconut bases. Let's see, anyone just joining, let me paste the link into my new Streamlabs account. If you want to leave a super chat tip there, it's the same thing. It'll flash on the screen and now it'll make a little animation and sound, but YouTube won't take their cut of it. So you can leave it at Streamlabs or just down here on the normal super chat tip from YouTube. It's all cool. That's one way for you guys to get your question in front of my face, which is, can be an issue with 100 plus people on right now. Let's see what questions did I miss. No, I don't fast, Modest Shower. I feel like I'm fasting right now because I had lunch maybe 4 or 5 hours ago, so I'm ready to break that fast. So not into fasting. I like having energy to work, to think, to exercise, and fasting is kind of not conducive for that sort of lifestyle. Yeah, Ben and Jerry's last time I checked was better in the saturated fat department. What do you think, Jerry's? It's been a while. That's how I kind of remember because it wasn't coconut based. Yeah, ice cream that are not coconut based. I think the Ben and Jerry's dairy free is an almond based, right? If I remember right, which is way less saturated fat, pretty much none. Kato is one that's based on avocado, and it doesn't taste like avocados whatsoever. It's just what they use as their fat base. So check those two out just for starters, and I'm sure you'll get some other ones, some other suggestions here too. Okay. All right. No spamming my channel, please. Me or one of the moderators will boot your ass out of here. Plant Patrol, but why does everything taste so good, so bad for you? Not everything, but I know what you're saying. I know, it's too bad. Like some of my favorite vegan naughty foods are a little naughtier than I would like them to be, unfortunately. Yeah, I made Lola go away. They are gone. They shall never be able to post on this channel again. Anyway, let me get a little more. I brought out. Yeah, thanks, Big Scroll Nuts. Yeah, the band hammer got brought out there. I saw that on what's that called, on Streamlabs. My new program I'm working on here. I saw an option if someone posts in all caps to have that message either get held for review or deleted. I'm gonna enable that next time. Also, people that post in way too many emojis too, because that's what that troll was doing right there too. Huh. Med insurance, yeah, Uncle Walt. I have some that came from the Affordable Health Care Act, which is one of many reasons why I'd be pissed if a certain GOP candidate tried successfully to get rid of it to make our lives better. Then I'd be crap out of luck and have to pay way more money right now, because it's really what we have is working for us super well. Way better than we had before it got passed, so it's working out really well for us. I don't know why he wants to take our health care away. It's so freaking evil. And do I have a vegan doctor? No, but where I go to, the doctor I see, or the registered what's that called? The registered nurse. Whoever I see there, usually he knows me. And he's he's not anti-vegan or anything like that. In fact, I think I've made him more vegan positive from him seeing what my age is and what my blood labs are, and just my physical appearance or whatever. So yeah, he's not a vegan doctor, but he doesn't hold that against me by any stretch. Okay. Yeah, where is Ray Slever tonight? He must be out drinking or something like that. Kristen, you tried those So Delicious oatmeal chocolate hazelnut brownie. That sounds good too, but read it. Yeah, I'm guessing it might have the coconut oil in it too, like the ice cream sticks that we got from them. I agree with you, Emma. It sucks how here healthcare is not considered a right. It's just a privilege that some people are lucky enough to get, yeah, it should be a right, especially if you get something, God forbid, like say COVID, you should be able to go and do what our president just did, maybe not the airlifting in a helicopter, but all the treatment and doctors helping you out, rather than oh, you don't have insurance, you're screwed. Just come back if you're about to die, which is, not uncommon here. So, yeah, that's one reason why, if you're not sure who to vote for by now, you might want to think about if you think it's important to have health insurance or not. Your health, being able to go to a doctor when you're sick and not have to pay thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. Anyway, yeah, sorry to hear that, Gravy. And even if you do have health insurance and can go see doctors, that doesn't always result in great outcomes either. I know our health is really messed up here, guys. If you're from another country or from here, you should know that we pay more per capita than any other country on healthcare. We spend more than any other nation does. Yet we don't. That doesn't translate into having the number one outcomes, the best outcomes. Far from it. We fare worse than pretty much all you countries that receive healthcare. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's like, why? Because it's so corrupt here. People don't realize how corrupt it is here. There's a system in place where all this money goes into healthcare, more per capita than any other nation, but it doesn't go where it needs to go. There's this middleman called the insurance companies, that they're for-profit companies. I mean, their goal as a publicly traded companies is to maximize profit for their shareholders, not to maximize healthcare for their customers. So much of that money goes into that kind of for-profit business, and the money doesn't go to help people who are sick as much as it does in your guys' countries. So yeah, there's a lot of corruption here in the United States. A lot of people just take it for granted. They don't even see the corruption because it's just so systematic here. Not to get too political, but it's true. Just like how there's subsidies for the meat and dairy industries. There's subsidies for them not only to produce their food at a lower price, it's subsidized. There's subsidies, there's grants for them to have free advertising money, gifts from the United States taxpayers. So we are, as vegans here in the United States, we're paying to have the cost of meat and dairy, particularly meat, be lower than it should be on the fair open market. And furthermore, we're helping to promote the marketing of meat and dairy products. Corruption. Anyway. See, I didn't mean to get too political on the discussion front here, guys, but anyway, yeah, Walt, yeah, I didn't even mention defense, how more per capita of our taxpayer money goes into building the world's largest military. What was it? I think our military budget is equal to the next 10 largest nations' military budgets combined. Like, what the hell are we doing? What are we planning for? Like the world's most incredible war or something like that? Or is it just, again, a lot of corruption? Money going to places where it doesn't really benefit people. If all this taxpayer money were to go to help people rather than this kind of black hole of military that we really don't see an everyday benefit from, bridges are falling down, roads are in bad condition. America is kind of becoming a failed nation. Not to get too political, I'm just telling you how I see it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get going pretty soon here. I've been on an hour, 45 minutes. Lentils are beans. Lentils are a legume. Legume is a family of plants that includes all beans. That lentils is one of them. So, wait, am I right on that? Or wait, maybe I'm having a vegan brain fog right now. No, lentils, what is lentils considered, huh? Let me know if I got that right. I'm having a brain fart. I don't know if Angie's going to say hi before I got. She didn't put any makeup on today, which is, doesn't happen most days. She didn't have to go anywhere or anything like that. So probably not. Plus, I'm getting really hungry, guys. I have to admit, I'm starting to get really hungry. Bobby, you seen my bias? Agenda-ridden peacemonger. I don't know if I'm into peace, obviously. I would never, join a military and shoot people or anything like that. But I don't think I'm that biased. I just think it's like what people experience in, say, non-radical places like, say, England, Australia, South Korea, Japan, to have healthcare and not have it be tied to your employment or anything like that, and not have it be dependent upon you being able to afford it and burden you down financially. Just little things like that, and just have the money that we pay as taxpayers not go to things that are just counterproductive, things that we see no benefit from. So yeah, maybe, I know you're joking about that, but I'm just saying, I think I have reasonable ideas. I don't really see them as being politically biased. They just seem like, these seem like beliefs that a reasonable person, regardless of what their politics are, should understand that the money that we put in the system should actually benefit us rather than just go into programs and spending that does really nothing for us. Yeah, I wasn't mad at you, Bobby. I'm just saying I think what I'm saying kind of transcends politics. I'm just speaking from a rational person's perspective. That's what I consider myself. Like, if you read Plato's Republic, his ideal ruler was what he called the philosopher king. And then, not to say I'm the philosopher king, but I kind of model myself after that ideal. Someone who's not making decisions based on party ideology and propaganda dogma, anything like that. A person who makes decisions, and a leader, which I'm not yet, at least in politics, a leader who makes decisions based on rational thought rather than any of those other things I talked about. Yeah, peace is excellent, Steve. Yeah, more humans should try it for sure. I know, Bobby. I know you were joking. I know you were joking there. I know. I just wanted to expand upon it because I thought you brought up an excellent point there. I know you're joking about me being a peacemonger for sure. That's cool. I'll take that any day of the week. Anyway, guys. Any last questions before I take off here? Yeah, Plant Patrol, you got it. We still pay, as you say here, for the abuse, torture, and murder of animals with our taxes because of the subsidies. Yeah, we put money into the system, willingly or not, as taxpayers, and some of that money that I earned and Plant Patrol earned and you guys all here in America earned goes to take this money that the vegans earned, people here in the meat and dairy industries, take this money. Meat industries, we're going to help you subsidize your costs so you can sell it for a lower price so you can get more people sick and kill more animals and destroy the environment more efficiently. And here, like Egg Board and Dairy Board, here's money so you can promote your products. Find ways to collaborate with Pizza Hut and bake the cheese right into the pizza crust and whatever you can do to get more creative to get people to buy more cheese. So yeah, that's what's going on here in the United States. Yeah, Emma's horrified, huh? You don't know what kind of corruption is systematic here in the United States. It's a lot of people just been blissfully unaware so long, and hopefully this year more people are waking up to more of these systemic issues that are just wrong, morally wrong, environmentally wrong, economically wrong. People need to wake up, and that's what's been happening this year. Most people aren't even aware of these particular issues I'm talking about right now. Other issues have come to light that, you know, kind of been below the surface. But anyway, I don't want to get too political, but it's not. Life is, you know, we live in this system that's not really working well for many of us. Let's see, Jana. No, I've never been to Detroit Lake in Oregon. I've just kind of been like to Portland, basically. Just drove through Oregon to get to Portland and Seattle. All right, guys. I don't see. Yeah, JL coconut ice cream, not the best for your health. If you are concerned about heart disease, you know, the coconut oil, high in saturated fat, raises your LDL cholesterol, at least for most people, unless you're really genetically gifted or something like that. Plant Patrol. Well, what happens to a really corrupt nation, Plant Patrol, huh? I mean, we're on, it's like a continuum, a spectrum. We're on the path towards becoming a failed nation. That's what happens when a country becomes too corrupt, becomes a failed state. History has examples of that. And hopefully we won't become one of those examples. Cool, Plant Patrol. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you guys enjoying this new setup here for me. Thanks for all your tips and donations and all this, the great conversation, the great advice in this live stream. And we were flying solo tonight with Race Lever being off duty tonight. So I'm going to have to give him some crap for not working. Where are you, Race? Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Be on the lookout for a new video tomorrow about my 10-year vegan anniversary. Check that out. Not sure when it'll be sometime in the afternoon Pacific time tomorrow. Just about done. Just got to make a thumbnail and get all the metadata and all that stuff ready for it. So anyway, guys, thanks so much, and you will see another live stream from me again soon. I'm really excited now with this new camera setup. I'll do it again in the daytime, it'll look totally different, and I'm excited that it worked on Streamlabs for the first time. So it's been a win-win-win for me, just coming out and testing out new stuff tonight. Yeah, Uncle Walt, good to see you, Uncle Walt. Good to see everyone. Graven Babies, everyone. All right, guys, so good night, guys, and much love to y'all. Peace out. Check this out. That's how I'm going to go out here.